Cody, obviously you don't know anything about who's playing for what night, so early in the week, but is this Tuesday any different from last Tuesday or Tuesday before? Is it the same old attitude going into practice, knowing that you just have enough games to play?
Really just same old attitude. Doing the same things, just being, trying to stay really just down to earth, just try not to do anything abnormal, just go out there and practice like we normally do.
Cody, what happened to you on the one play you had to come out where Taylor had to come in?
Took a shot, took a pretty good shot. Just, trying to, catch my bearings. Really kind of lost the contact and just couldn't get bounced. And then after that, all I needed was just sit on the sidelines for a play, try to catch my breath and everything. And then after that, I was all right.
So it wasn't a concussion or anything?
Nah, just they thought it was, but I was like, nah, trust me, I'm okay. I've had one of those before, but no, it was just a slight ding.
The majority of the guys in the locker room know or not know about what Turner Gill was to the University of Nebraska?
I'm pretty sure majority of the guys do. You can, I think as you walk through the top form on the second floor, it's him and Mike Rozier. They have their pictures up there, and everybody's seen the highlights of, and some of the plays that he made. So I think majority of the guys do know that, he was a very, very, well-known Nebraska athlete here. Especially as quarterbacks, we do too. So, he's very well respected, in our locker room as well.
So you're, again, ready this week to do what you did last week if called upon. I guess what I should ask is how has that worked out with all three quarterbacks getting some good time this year, including yourself in this last game?
Just keep doing what we're doing. That if that's me, if Taylor or Zach, we're going to, practice the same way we practiced before. Because you never know when, an ankle might get turned, a hit like I took on Saturday where Taylor had to go in for a play. You never know what may happen. So, we're all just going to continue to prepare ourselves as we are the starter.
So the coaches asked you right then and there if you came off the sideline, did they give you any test or did you just tell them I'm fine?
Nah, they, of course, the doctors, they asked, are you all right? How are you feeling? What's going on? Do you know the play? Where are you? Things like that. And I answered those bam, 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 right off the bat. And I think once after the one play where Taylor was in, where I said, all right, I'm okay, just leave me alone. I'm okay, I'm going back in. I think they kind of figured out, all right, well, he's all right, just let him go. And I was all right after that.
Cody, how did you feel about your play on Saturday?
I felt like my performance was well enough to, get the W. I did what they asked me to do, and that was to manage the game. Not to do anything out of the ordinary. Don't walk around like an S on my chest and a cape on my back. Just basically get us a W, and that's what I did.
Some quarterbacks would bristle when they are described as a game manager, but you're totally okay with that.
Yeah, because in our offense, there's going to be games where we're not going to, have the 3 or 4 breakout runs that we normally do, and sometimes you're going to have to get in there and throw punch to punch with teams. And in that case, you're going to have to be able to manage it. You're going to have to be able to manage the offense in its entirety. You're going to have to do things that you're not really asked to do on a normal basis. And so I take pride in that the coaches feel like they can come to me whenever they need me to, manage situations, tough situations like we were in.
Cody, they're obviously running a Wildcat, so you wouldn't take all of our arguments.
Yeah.
How does that go into going into a game when you're it? You really can't get injured because they don't have any other choices. that you're supposed to stay upright. It kind of goes against some of your tendencies when it comes to running the ball because you're a pretty physical guy.
Yeah, it is. It's tough. It's real tough, but that goes with managing the game, because you can't manage the game if you're not in there. And if you get hurt, then oh well, we're up a creek without a paddle then. But I was totally okay with running that wildcat position. Heck, that just throws a defense for a loop. Anytime we can get the better hand of a defense or something like that, and take advantage of the resources that we have. And we have 3 great backs between Dontrevious, Roy, and Rex that we can throw all of them in there at the same time and mess up a defense. I'm okay with it, as a quarterback, and I do like to run. I am a physical guy, and I don't mind running in between the tackles when I have to, but in that situation we really have to be careful with our room, because like you said, I was the last man standing basically, and if I went down, then it would have been trouble for us.
That guy that fans out on you when you were splitting out wide, was he staying there, or was he knowing you probably weren't involved in cheating in, or was he watching to see what you were doing?
Really, I could tell that he wasn't really sure what to do. He'd come out there and he'd act like he wanted to go to the run, but then if I broke off the ball like I was going to run a route, then he had to come with me. And it just seemed like when you have somebody, with our receiver core that we had out there between BK, Niles, and myself out there, we're all big guys, and those corners, that's not a lot, they were kind of small, but they had to respect it. They had to respect the passing game if we had one, if we showed one, and the run game as well.
Did BK and Niles give you any tips of how to block outside?
No. Every time I was out there, afterwards in the huddle, they would tell me, "Why didn't you throw a cut? Come on, if you throw a cut, that helps us receiving cores out." But they always gave me some stuff about it. But hey, as long as I did my job out there, they didn't mind it.
But they wanted to cut for their numbers.
Yeah, they wanted to cut for the numbers.
You like throwing out of that open set where it's 5 wides? Is that, Watson was saying that that's something you did in high school and maybe you feel most comfortable when you've got an array of wide receivers. Is that accurate?
Yeah, it's a lot easier because you spread people out. You spread the defense out, and unless you have a fast defense that can run all over the place, and linebackers that are really safeties, it's going to be trouble for them. And you basically put them into position where you want them to be. There was a couple of times where we basically ran the same play 3 times in a row, and I had one option open the first time, then they moved to that, the one I just threw, and I threw the opposite of what they were doing, and a defense really can't stop it. The only thing that they can really do is blitz it like they did one time, but we just had a slight protection error on that one. But the guys up front, our big guys, that's a very rare occurrence for them. And they dialed it up in a perfect time. And really, that's really the only thing that you can do to a 5-wide set is just blitz it and hope that you get to the quarterback before he gets the ball away. And so I feel real comfortable back there doing that.